Hi, welcome to Premier League predictions for Game Week 12. Firstly, before we start, I'd like to ask you to smash that like button, smash that share button, and smash the follow button. Thanks. Starting at Molineux, Saturday lunchtime. We've got Wolves against Spurs. My prediction is a very good game. Wolves, I think, should be doing a lot better than they are, of course. But the reality is they're not. And I rate the manager, but I don't know what's happening there. Spurs, if the two players went off injured against Chelsea are fit to play in this game, I predict Spurs to win 3-1. But one or two injuries to Spurs could just deflate them like a needle to a balloon. Could burst them, basically. On to Arsenal against Burnley from the Emirates. I think Arsenal get their frustration and annoyance of the refereeing against Newcastle out in a clinical but good performance, desirable performance. Arsenal 4, Burnley 0. On to Crystal Palace against Everton. Crystal Palace 2, Everton 1. I think Everton did very well against a wasteful Brighton, who for 80% possession were poor. Very poor. But hey, Everton go to first, but I think Palace might be a bit more clinical. So I have to go for the prediction of Crystal Palace 2, Everton 1. On to Manchester United against Luton. I predict United to win this 3-1. I know sometimes United lose a game, or not just about the result, the performance. You can think, okay, maybe if they played that kind of performance next week, say, for instance, the third round of the FA Cup was next week, they played against a team top 10 in the Championship, United would be out. And then other times, United have actually played well, rarely, maybe in periods of games, but not a whole match. Okay, well done, United. But I do predict United to turn up and beat Luton 3-1 at home. On to Bournemouth against Newcastle United. I predict Newcastle to win this 4-1. They'll be buzzing after beating Arsenal, even in most controversial ways. They don't care about that. It's 3 points. It's against Arsenal. They go to Bournemouth. They're thinking, oh, this should be a good game for Newcastle. So I'll pick 4-1 Newcastle. Please smash that like button. That's a share button. And that follow button. And please comment your predictions down. On to Sunday. We are going to start at Villa Park. Aston Villa at home are fantastic. Away from home needs desirable change because they need to do way better away. And their game at City Ground was shocking, but you got to give credit where it's due to Nottingham Forest, who played fantastic. So I actually predict Villa to rout this 5-1 to bounce back from that 2-0 defeat at Nottingham Forest. To the Amex for Brighton and Sheffield United. I predicted 3-0 against Everton. And it was at Goodison Park. This is at the Amex. And we're playing against the bottom team in the Premier League after hopefully beating the bottom team in the Eredivisie, Ajax, on Thursday in Amsterdam. Get back to Brighton, get back to the Amex, and see off Sheffield United. Well, on to Anfield for Liverpool against Brentford. My prediction is Liverpool 2, Brentford 0. Liverpool are doing very good, aren't they? And they got Salah, they got Hungarian maestro. I can't pronounce his name greatly, so I'm not going to bother trying. They got from, was it RB Leipzig or something like that? Yeah, I think so. I think Leipzig. So yeah, I think yeah, I predict Liverpool to win this game 2-0. On to West Ham against Nottingham Forest. I've got all respect to everyone at West Ham, the football players, David Moyes, and all the fans. So yeah, but at the same time, I have to be honest, their form is worrying, for sure. And Nottingham Forest will be um, very confident and very on the high after winning against Villa. So I predict West Ham United 2, Nottingham Forest 3. No, joking. West Ham United 2, Nottingham Forest 2. On to Stamford Bridge for Chelsea against Man City. Chelsea should be in the top 3 in the Premier League, but because the Russian gangster had to go because of what's happening in some parts of the world, especially Ukraine, this American guy's come in, doesn't have a clue about the game, doesn't have a clue about football. I'm not being funny, but you buy so many players in one transfer window and expect them to win you the league straight away. I mean, you won't get that in the NBA. You won't get that in the NFL. This just doesn't happen. You need time to gel. You need 3 or 4 transfer windows to get the amount of players and the players who got into the window. That's why Chelsea are where they are. Performances are what they are. Chelsea 1, Man City 3. Haaland to score. And with that, please like, share, and follow. And smash those buttons. And put your predictions down. And with that note, I'm out. Thank you. Good night. And have a good week.